Hello, my friends. Let's explore the fascinating history of the Garden of Eden. Have you ever wondered how it all started? How did humanity take its first steps and face its first challenges? So, let's find out together. At the dawn of the world, when heaven and earth were still being created, and a gentle mist rose from the earth, setting the stage for the greatest act of creation. Imagine God molding the first human being from the dust of the earth. He breathed the breath of life into his nostrils, and thus, Adam became a living being. Has he ever thought what it would be like to be the first man to walk the earth in a perfect paradise created by God? The Lord God formed man, molding every detail with care, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. Thus man became a living soul and the first inhabitant of Eden. So the Lord God planted a garden in Eden, a place of unparalleled beauty and deep peace amid leafy trees and multicolored flowers. He placed man to live and prosper in the center of the garden. Two trees of great importance stood: the tree of life, which offered immortality, and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, which kept the secrets of the universe. A river of clear waters was born in Eden, watering the garden and bringing life to all its creatures. The Lord God placed Adam in the heart of Eden with the mission of caring for and cultivating this paradise. As he explored his new home, Adam gave the animals names, each one unique and special. It was a sacred task, a communion between man and creation, and so the Lord gave a single order: from all the trees in the garden you will be able to eat freely, but from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you will not eat, for on the day that it eat, you will certainly die. Seeing that it was not good for the man to be alone, the Lord God made Adam fall into a deep sleep, and while he slept, God took one of his ribs with a divine touch and thus formed the woman. When Adam woke up and saw Eve, he exclaimed with joy, "This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She will be called woman, because she was taken from man, and thus man and woman became one, completing the perfect creation of Eden." Genesis 22 verses 1 to 22. Adam and Eve lived in an amazing place full of fruit trees and rivers. They had everything they needed and could eat from any tree except one. Have you ever wondered what it was like to live in such a perfect place with God walking alongside you in Eden? Between abundance and beauty there was a hidden danger: the serpent, the most cunning of all the creatures that the Lord God had made, approached Eve, and with seductive words, he sowed doubt and desire in the woman's heart. She asked to Eve about God's prohibition and suggested that by eating the fruit they would be like God. What would you do in this situation? Eve decided to eat the fruit and also gave it to Adam. Suddenly Adam and Eve realized that they were naked and felt ashamed and made clothes out of fig leaves. When they heard God in the garden, they hid. Have you ever felt so embarrassed that you wanted to hide? They confessed their act to God. God knew about disobedience and pronounced judgment on the serpent. Eve and Adam, he drove them out of the Garden of Eden and placed cherubim and a flaming sword to guard the path to the tree of life. Have you ever imagined what it must have been like to leave that paradise? Then the Lord God said, "Behold, the man is like one of us, knowing good and evil. Now, lest he stretch out his hand and take from the tree of life and eat and live forever, the Lord God threw him out of the Garden of Eden to work the land from which he was taken, and having thrown man out, for cherubim east of the Garden of Eden and a fiery sword that walked around to guard the path to the tree of life." The story of the Garden of Eden makes us reflect on our choices, obedience to God, and the consequences of our actions. But it also reminds us that even after the fall, God never stopped loving and caring for humanity. And you, what did you learn from this story?